This is day 28. I did not. I'm not fully prepared. Day 28. Here we go. Oh, there we are. There you are. There you are. So check it out. Day 28. I've cut my hair. We'll talk about it later. But yeah. Day 28, we're still doing this. Oh, we're doing like singles and doubles. Because that's what this book is all about. Singles and doubles, y'all. This one is pretty chill. Until you get to the fives. It's all 16th notes. Fours, fives, and sixes. Right? It's asking for right? You have your single stroke version of that. You have your double stroke version of that. Right? Then they wanted you to do five. Just summing, but I'll break it down. Because those fives, I love them. Alright, and then we have sixes. The doubles for that. You see how programmed I am for fours and sixes? But fives are just throw them in the trash, you know. I am really enjoying this because, again, the purpose of this whole thing is, you know, to kind of do these, go through these different books and finish them entirely, and not skip over the parts that we don't like or maybe we don't use or we think are boring and all those kinds of things. So let's get to it. Camera, that camera. Here we go. So the first one, and I'm not going to use a lot of metronome on this one because I'm going to tank that. But here's our reference. I got to get set up better so I can have this thing in my ear. Because actually having a metronome in my ear would make my timing so much better. Don't be afraid of the metronomes, guys. Metronomes are great. I might backpedal and then plug in my metronome later. But, so let's say this is our approximate tempo. First one's easy. It's something that we're familiar with that we know, right? So you have... And I don't think I'm using my mic, am I? Anyway. So, yeah. The first thing we know, and it's pretty easy. And we're cool. We got that down. We're professionals. You can do that as long as you want. You know, I mean, it's a great exercise to warm up with, especially if this is the first thing you do in the morning. So many singles with accents and things like that, you know, just holding like steady single strokes, that's actually something that I don't do too much, you know, in live playing. Everything's accents and anticipation sometimes. Nothing is usually just like a regular, but there should be more of those. I mean, when I do theater, I do encounter that a lot, where you have to But even with that, sometimes it's accents that flare up in there, you know. You know, something like that. But it's good to have that in there. Go from there to double strokes, you know. Double strokes are a cool exploration for me. I will switch up some of my hand techniques and play them and try to see how close I can. How close I can get them to my singles. It's always a little war, but yeah, you just work on it. Open it. Sometimes I open up my fingers, you know. Test that out. All fingers, you know, all different kinds of things. Always fun. Not so great with double strokes, but you know. Still fun. All right, fives. Here we go. 1. And we want to try to keep these even. Say it that fast. Right? And now the tricky part, doing the double strokes with the fives, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's a little bit of an over the bar line happening with the doubles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But if you pay attention, it alternates. That's the thing about fives that you'll probably notice. Right, right, left, left. Okay? Yeah, that was the right one. I got lost a little bit. Okay, here we go. So just playing that, you know. So sorry, we're doing the big ones, right? Trying to mess around with dynamics, but work to do. Okay, cool. Let's do sixes, right? 1. So you know it's kind of doing like 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. You know, you're just doubling that energy. Single strokes, you're playing them straight out. 1, 2, 3, 4. Programmed. All right, so man, so sad. And then double strokes with 16 note triplets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. again, you can think of it like threes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That you're just doubling. That's helpful, but it's actually, right? So that's what's happening with the hands. A lot of single stroke, a lot of double stroke, and try to get that down. When you get to the drum set warm up, now we're back at that torturous point that we were yesterday, where we have to play the hi-hat on the downbeat, and this is a little bit challenging, as exhibited yesterday, but we're gonna kill it right now, and we're also gonna kill it without using a metronome. That's why we're gonna kill it. But practice with the metronome. If you want to apply this stuff to music, you need to attach it to a metronome. I'm not going to do it here, only because I know that this is already challenging. I was actually talking to a student earlier about, I remember when I first heard somebody do, and I was maybe 12 or 13, and I thought it was the coolest thing ever. And I was like, oh man, how did you do that? And they were like, oh, it's just doubles. And I was like, oh, doubles. I know how to do 2 and 2. That's easy, But I couldn't get it into a song because I couldn't apply that technique of going. So, I couldn't get that idea happening. It wasn't happening for me. But then I think 17, I saw somebody else play it, and I was like, oh, yeah, I get it. And now I can play it whenever I want. But, or in any different way that I want to play it, I can kind of mess around with it any kind of way that I want to because now I understand it. It's going to be the same thing with this, with having, it's a simple concept of just your downbeat has the 1, the hi-hat has a 1, and you just have to put for example, the first one is just triplets. Right? 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and that's your exchange, right? And you just have to hit the 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and sometimes putting those two things together can be challenging. So be patient with yourself. Just keep trying. And one day, end of sentence. So this was the exchange we did yesterday, right? And then, you get... And it's a really cool party. One thing that I've learned about this exchange or discovered about doing exchanges like this, right? I know what I'm doing. Is with the hi-hat. Here's a couple little tricks. If you keep the hi-hat foot up, or there are a few things. One, it's about your seating height. If you're sitting high, I will suggest that you keep your heel down on your hi-hat to give yourself a little bit more balance. Unless your core is super happening and you can balance yourself when, that weight shift happens. But honestly, you'll be a lot more stable if you have your heel down on your hi-hat and you're just kind of tapping the tip of your foot to do these, downbeats. But if you're sitting super low, all the way down, your chair all the way down. I have a hydraulic chair, but even if you, roll your chair all the way down, your center of balance is going to be on your spine, right on your tailbone there. So you can actually lift up your foot and not fall over, which is awesome. So you can, if you're kind of like that's just a couple of tricks. It may, everybody's body's different. So, quick tips. So. the first part. Second part of that is doing doubles. So one and two and three and four and so you're doing that, you know, dreaded thing that I did when I was a child. But yeah, so we're just exchanging doubles. So double, so two and two. So and this is right left, and this is kick kick. Um, just to give it some little bit of orchestration, or even just some sonacy, so it doesn't sound so. We're good. I'm just gonna put the right hand on the floor tom. That way you know it's the right hand. Left hand here on the, so yeah, so you know it's the left hand, and maybe I'll instill some programming in it. We'll see here. So now I know also, even for some of my students, doing something as simple as that, moving the hand from here to here, makes the beat like super complicated now. Like I've moved it to another sound. You know, it does something to your brain. Your brain's like, oh, now this is a completely different beat. But the truth is, that's how music is made a lot of times. You know, you can go from and add it here, you know. You know. You know, and it'll turn into like a whole nother thing. So we're gonna do that. All right, I've done the triplets. We're good on that. Let's do the chord. Let's do the 16th notes, right? Groups of four. 1 E and a 2 E and a 4 E and so 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and 1 E and a 2 E or so 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E. And this is a little easier because hi-hat and the right hand are tied together on this, you know. So I would also suggest going as slowly as possible. I need to slow down. So that you can hear where every hit kind of clears. You can pay attention to your form. Learn places where you can recover. Like that. Let's do it faster. So like at that speed, I'm tired, guys. I've been up all day with these kids. At that speed, you can start to hear it as a groove, you know? 2, 3, and for me in that groove, I'm sitting a little too low, so I will adjust my seating height. I do this a lot, which is why I have a hydraulic chair, because there's some, you know, some grooves that feel better different ways, you know. And I can, you know, kind of roll my ankle, a little easier with some things. Yeah, my head. It does the same thing to me. So yeah, don't worry about switching sounds. It's good to switch sounds every time you switch the ostinato, or rather switch the orchestration. My bad. Once you switch the orchestration, you turn it into a new groove, and that's always kind of fun. Let's get these fives, y'all. Oh boy, fives. Now we remember with the fives yesterday when we did them with the single strokes, our combination was kind of these together, this together, this together, and this together. Let's see if we can get this right. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm a lot better than I was yesterday. How about that? Practice. It ain't perfect. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I missed one. Let's try again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Not that fast. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, fives are so. Actually, I mean, honestly, I feel a whole lot better playing them today than I did yesterday. I don't play fives a lot. I have the capability to play fives. I mean, that's uh, that's also another really big thing to consider. I know that a lot of times, you guys might be watching these videos, not my videos maybe, but like other videos on the internet, because mine are so simple. No, the others on the internet where you see a groove, and they play it for you, and you're like, oh yeah, and you do this, blah, 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 and this is it slow, and then they're like, cool, now you should be able to play it at 200 beats per minute, and you know, or they don't say that, but that's kind of the feeling that you get, and you get discouraged. Don't get discouraged. Like, there is a seasoning that has to happen, you know. So let's do the sixes. Those should be a lot easier, and then we out. So check this out. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? We're switching that here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm probably doing the thing I just talked about. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Getting that articulation is definitely key. Again, play around with the height at which you're sitting. Um, it's not a magical thing that you get that perfect height and that you've never played it before, but now all your muscles work perfectly. You got to develop the muscles to control these things too. So try to try it at a higher height, try it at a lower depth. Like I said, if you're lower, your balance point is definitely going to be your spine. You're less likely to fall over. The higher you are sitting, the more likely you are to fall over. And you can check out a bunch of different players that experiment with those seating heights. Pay attention to the people you dig. All right, so here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. With this, the exchange of 6, you are alternating from right hand to left hand with the hi-hat. So right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, sometimes the reason why you're not getting your grooves together is because you don't know which hands and feet are lining up. So pay attention to those things. It helps a lot. Once you know it, you're like, oh yeah, I can definitely do this because I already know how to do singles and doubles. So it's in you to do. You just gotta organize that stuff. Again. I was gonna use a 4 time, right? Ooh, I didn't do it on 5s. Might have to go back later. Here we go. Got distracted by my cowbell. Sorry. Watch that. With this, sitting lower might be better for me because when I go faster, I feel like I'm gonna fall off my chair, so I sit lower. And sometimes it's hard. Sometimes it's hard to sit lower because you feel like you're reaching up, like you're a little kid. You know, somebody gave you the baby chair or whatever. But practice sitting super low. I've actually fallen into performance situations where the chair did not work. And that was sometimes the hardest gigs I had to play because I felt like I was reaching up the whole time. So it would not be robbery for you to practice that way, even if you don't sit that way. Here, let's try again. Right? Metronomes are good for these things. That's something I need to work on in 6, apparently. I don't have the endurance for that. I can do it a couple of times. I mean, at this point, after all day fathering. You know, I just mess around with stuff that way. That's a lot of times how I introduce myself to a groove in practice, and then afterwards I'll add the metronome and, you know, make it super funky. Let's go back to the 5s for a second. 5 mode. Okay. Oh, right, we didn't do the doubles in 6. Sorry, gotta do 6. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Did we do doubles and 5s? Oh man, Granville, get organized, bro. Here we go. 6 doubles, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Choppy. So that's why we practice them. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yo. Wow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, that's my combo. So I'm doing right hand and then right foot. Yeah. That's. time on this because it's fun to practice stuff and be wrong at things. Yeah, you know. Whoo. So yeah, and then that's how you have fun. I know I didn't do the fives because I didn't feel like you know hating myself. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right? 2, 3, 4. Actually, I should get this combination together because this one I know is a little challenging. My lineup is with the right hand. Then it's going to be again with the second double on the left hand, or the second. It's going to be with the left hand, right? Then again with the foot, and then with the other side of the foot, the second double of the foot. So let's see how that goes. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or 6, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ooh, we're gonna get this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ooh, that's challenging. So yes, this is our combo. This is our downbeat. This is our downbeat. This is our downbeat, and also this, but on the other side. So the is our first one, and then is our second one. How lovely. Let's try it. And we will wow out on this one. No, I'm just kidding. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, I'm doing this for you guys. So that the pain you feel, you know it's okay. Uh, one, two, three. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2. Ah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Okay. Oh. Well, how to stay focused. Sneakers is my best aid in getting things very well because he barks out of time. Ah. Ah. Damn. See? It doesn't want to do the left. It's okay. This is obviously something I have to work on. I'm going to do it one more time. I'm going to try to get it perfect. And then I'm going to get out of here because, you know, You guys don't need to hear this much of my turmoil. I did it 2 times, guys. I want to do 2 more times. Here we go. Okay. So now you know you can do it. Okay? That's all I got for you. That's day 28. So you shed through those things that give you problems and you don't quit. And you know that practice is not a perfect approach. Find ways to problem solve. If you had a better way of getting to the end of that than I did, put it in the comments and help out everybody else. I think they would greatly appreciate that. And yeah, I think that would be super dope of you. But dude, guys, ladies, we have 1 day left of actual new knowledge. And day 30 is going to be a review. So, probably going to wild out on day 30. It'll be fun to wild out on day 30. Should have wild out on, well, you know. Anyway, tomorrow is technically the last day. I know I said it's 30 days of a challenge. But the 30th day is to recap, reflect, review. Yeah. And anybody who's been on this journey so far, all the way up to day 28, you're a real one. Okay? Just know that. All right. So, I'm going to go. I'm going to check y'all later. Let's do this tomorrow. Ooh. Extremely clumsy. I didn't mention that? Oh, okay. Thanks for checking me out. Bye.